Camille matchup. Okay, let's do it. About the rank distributions, is that right? Added iron to balance masters GM. Does it make sense? No, iron. They added iron because there was the same like issue for bronze, where like you'd have like such an insane percentage of the population in bronze that it was like let's say like bronze 3, bronze 2, that they added iron to like spread that out a little bit, and it put them on like iron 2, you know, like it put them down, but it's like the opposite end, you know, the opposite end. Well, at least this is gonna be. See, here's the thing: if I ever catch like in one of these games where like the MMR, like the elo is like so low, right? That the matchmaking is kind of like, you know, kind of fucked up. Not necessarily fucked up, but it just feels like low elo. If I go into a matchup that I can stomp, that I can get multiple kills in, it feels much easier to just carry these games. The only thing that's a bit more difficult is that since this is like a bot lane meta nowadays, where like bot lane decides whether you win or not most of the time, it can still feel a little coin flipping. Do I want to keep Transcendence? Yeah, I'll keep Transcendence. I could go bone plating and just be even more aggro though. Thoughts. Yeah, we'll go bone plating. I'm feeling it. Bro, to be honest, which do you miss most, Elixir Fortitude or Brutalizer? Me, the Brutalizer for sure. Yeah, no, the Brutalizer, if I had to pick it, it's kind of broken. The Elixir of Fortitude was just kind of like, I feel like by today's standards, it would just be too cheesy. Like, you would just bait it, and then you would walk away. Hey, my friend, I'm new to your stream. Can you play Alawi or tell me how to climb easier? Can you play Alawi or tell me how to climb easier? I don't play Alawi because she's too situational. She's too rough. You're gonna have a hard time picking that character and winning consistently. But I mean, you can. You just have to put a lot of time into her. There's gonna be a lot of bad matchups. And how to climb easier? Just grind a lot of games and play your best, and just keep looking for mistakes every game. Like go on your replay, right? See where you fucked up, how you can do better. That's pretty much it. After you spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games playing, you'll just climb up to whatever division you want. At least like getting masters or GM nowadays is very attainable. It's very like you can definitely make it happen. But again, the main thing it requires you to grind. It requires you to grind a lot.
How should I proceed?
And if you're not willing to grind, you know, then it becomes a bit more like difficult. Most people nowadays aren't willing to just play this game, you know, say like for weeks on end for like 4 or 5 hours every day. It's like, come on, it's too much. Hidden challenges didn't feel too great. Warring, you hit challenger this season? Weren't feeling it? I mean, that's the thing though. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I think just in general, like the magic of like this game, like in the older seasons when you got to challenger, it's just kind of like gone. You know, it doesn't feel that amazing.
Not lost.
Cause and it's kind of sad because it's like this game is awesome. It's just I don't know what it is, but I think like in general, like the community made it so like getting You know how like people like to be super what's the word? Not dismissive, but they'll look at an accomplishment from someone and be like, whatever, like you can do this if you do this. It's so easy, blah blah blah, right? And it's like instead of celebrating people's accomplishments, like if for example one of you guys got to like you haven't been playing and you got to like diamond for the first time, it's like that should be celebrated, right? It's like, oh, that's awesome, dude, great work. But people always try to like just put your shit down, you know? So they, oh, you did this, so therefore it didn't matter or whatever. It's like, oh, well, try doing it with this, or you know, kind of weird. That's why I always, like, whenever I see people, like, accomplish their goals, I'm just like, yo, let's go, dude. That's awesome. Relax with that second Q, man. I don't want it. Keep that for yourself, my boy.
Choose your own path. So predictable. What a waste.
He knew he was fucked there.
To serve the greater good.
I wonder, does it reach? No, it doesn't. Okay. I went for it anyway. I was like, I wonder if it reaches. I'm so close here. That was like the perfect pixel to like dodge it. I went for it anyway.
So long.
First blood. An enemy has been slain. Selfish.
Can you put her on a chance? It feels like it is so good with her. Nah, you don't need to. You don't need to just stick with Riven all the time. As long as you know like fundamentally why you're winning or losing with her, you're good. You can play other champions. I think like a couple of months back when I was getting a little bored and I took my break, I was just playing Jace and shit. Jace and actually I still have them on this account. You can check like their win rates and stuff. It felt just fine. I'm trying to mess with her, but she's kind of scared. Man, Adrian with 9 MS. Oh, no, with not, dude. If I had 9 MS, oof, that would be fucking godlike. Playing with 70 ping is torture, but you know, actually, that's one of the main reasons. When I used to live in Atlanta, when I was like in like 9th grade or something in high school, I had like 30 something ping, right? And that's when I was doing like some competitive play, like playing against LMQ and a bunch of other teams. And I remember I was having a blast, right? But then the main thing is like when I moved back to Florida, my ping went skyrocketed up to like 65, 70, or probably higher, right? Probably like 80 or some shit. And I was just like, yo, I can't play like this. This is so bad. And I actually just stopped like trying to do like competitive playback, like when I was a kid anyway, right? I was just like, nah, fuck that. It's too much. And it's just, you know, it'd be like that. This game is very ping, like it requires low ping for you to actively like mechanically just outplay people. Like if I went to play in Europe, I remember I tried to play in Europe a while back with like 150 MS, and it is just, I was like, nah, I can kind of, all I have to do is just predict the future, man. Easy. I got fucking smoked because I couldn't even, like, let's say I was playing Riven, Poppy into Riven, I couldn't press W in time for the 3rd Q to get stopped. I would just get hit and then the W would come out. I was like, oh fuck, this is too bad. I can't do it. Which sucked. See, this is like even my trading patterns now are already like fucked because of the ping, but it's whatever. I don't mind it. I've learned to accept it.
An enemy has been slain.
Second guess yourself. You will serve the greater good.
Yeah, there we go. I'm done. Okay. Let me get my pin cord, walk back to lane. You played Alistair back then? Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm playing Alistair top lane. That shit was sick.
My spirit is not lost.
Popping into Riven, you deserved it? Hey man, listen, okay, I think picking Poppy is fine. Especially if you have 150 ping, man. That shit's rough. I think even playing the most I think there's only one champion that you can play at like 150 MS. And like at least play it pretty well. I think it's like if you play Yuumi. Like maybe, right? Like if you play Yuumi, maybe you're good.
Enemy rampage.
God, I feel so slow. I think I got used to the 40 MS from like from the other day, or like for those weeks where I had 40 and now it's randomly 66. Fuck. Feels like I'm fucking playing in underwater. I just wish at least, I mean, I'm okay with having higher ping. I just wish it would stay consistent for like more than like 3 days. The infrastructure for like the internet in NA is actually so bad for League. Such bad practice. Okay. Helicopter doing the, I think he doesn't play League. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Helicopter plays League anymore. From the last thing I saw, he was playing or not playing. He was just into like crypto, advertising crypto on his Twitter. Looks like a subathon might end soon. Oh, the RIRL subathon feels bad, man. God, I feel like I'm so fucking slow, man. I'm gonna try turning on exit lag after this to see if my ping goes down. It feels so bad. Jesus.
So long. An enemy is unstoppable.
Also, the enemy team seems to be fucking popping off. We might have a bit of an issue. I always see Helicopter in Yasuo's stream. Oh, he's probably watching the gambling streams. He's probably a fan.
So much death.
This guy should have died a couple of times earlier. He'd be like that.
So predictable. Come to pass.
Dive this Camille, what the fuck? You telling me to dive the grass Camille with Tabby and ult?
What conflict awaits?
Probably a bad idea, my man. She should have died in lane like 2 times already. I just don't have the fast micro to kill her. Wait, you can go for it. I'll help you. Okay. Goodbye, world. I feel like getting fed in bronze kind of like lose because you can't get fed, but then we can. Let me try something. So I have 68 MS right now. Let me see if I turn on this thing.
An ally has been slain.
Actually, wait. Probably a bad timing to do this. I should probably walk back to lane.
A sword mirrors.
Yeah, I'll just walk back to lane. I'll do it after. Getting fit in bronze kind of lose because you can get fed when since 3-4 top and then they are point for. No. It's easier in bronze because like. So you see how this Camille walked up like a couple of times and I could have just killed her like twice. Imagine in bronze. In bronze, the player you're going against will literally like suicide over and over in every single trade. So you can literally go like 20 kills like no problem. You just gotta like figure out how you play the matchup, right?
Unnecessary strike.
That's the thing. I need this game to be over so I can like tune that real quick.
My spirit is not lost.
An ally has been slain.
To serve the greater good.
Actually, you know what? We'll do it real quick here. Oh shit! Hello. Jesus. Okay. Like this literally feels like Diamond 4, like from the older seasons, like D4-ish. I just need my shit to work. Let's see, let me go back here. 1 second. Come on, baby, connect. Let me see if I can lower it a little bit. Should be saved. Even if it lowers it down to like 50 something, it'll be like much better. There we go. Let's try it. If it stays the same, that's tragic. But if it stays the same, that's ultra tragic, and I gotta try the other ISP. Still the same shit. I gotta go to the other one.
A sword mirrors the corner.
65 to 50 is definitely noticeable. Yeah, no, it's definitely it's just one for like fighting games. It's like 1 frame of delay, which is like 1 frame of delay. It changes the whole game entirely. But imagine this: there's people playing with like 9 ms, bro. That's crazy to be. Must be nice. Okay. But yeah, I gotta change to the other ISP after this. Typically, you only start noticing the difference in like input delay whenever, like I said, it's like every 16 ms interval. So like every 16.
What conflict awaits?
You know, like 16 to 32 to 48 to 60, etc. You notice the difference big of that 1 frame of delay. You notice it really hard. And then if you have 2, like if you have 32 ms difference, you notice it extremely, and then it just keeps, you know, stacking up like that. It's really bad. The Forbidden 7 rollback chef, yo, word. For fighting games, it's different though. Like I said, it's like it's not. You don't really care about the number being high because it's using a specific netcode that kind of masks it. Well, they're all topside here. I can't really walk up. I'll die. I will actually just fucking explode. Just gonna make a play mid lane or something. Your commercial, they do nothing. Need fiber optic server, put PVC in 0. No, they definitely do something. Like I said, you know, I don't think you've seen my stream when they did this, but for example, for LAN, the server's in Miami, right? The server's in Miami, and when I connect to it from here, right, I get like 60 ping to it, but it's literally my own state, right? The routing is just really fucked up. So what the programs like Exit Lag and Haste do is that they change the routing up to the server a little bit, and then when you notice that when I connect Exit Lag, right, to the server, I'll have my I'll have like 19 ms or 18 ms to it. So they're not just there like for show, quote unquote, you know, like just doing nothing. They actually work. It's just, it depends, because it also depends on the routing that your ISP gives you. So for example, this ISP is a bit slower. It's AT&T. The Comcast ISP that I use, it usually has like 1 frame less of delay in anything that I do. Let me get my core drinker. Without stream, need to remove routing, but it's not good enough to try them, it's not worth the money. BNB stay there. No, it's pretty cheap. It's cheap, even without streaming. It's, yeah, like I said, it just fixes the routing. Usually it's like $5 a month or some shit, right? Or less, probably. Depends on what you get. Yeah, usually bad internet and all that has to deal with just like the like ISP routing. That's all. And the routing here in NA is really bad. Which is like why also one of the things like why the people that play. So let me give you this. I'll tell you guys this in like the other games I play, right? Like Dragon Ball and all that. The netcode is they're really bad, right? Because it does the same thing as League, where it's like it just gets your MS, right? Like 65 MS or whatever, and that's it. You play with a delay because the game would slow down based on like the delay that you have. So everyone, it pretty much worked in Japan, right? Because Japan is so tiny, and their infrastructure is really good compared to like NA. And the thing is, it pretty much made the games unplayable online, right? So it made the games unplayable. Yeah. Relax, man. It made the games pretty much unplayable online. So what ended up happening was they had to do like a netcode specifically that it's kind of like a predictive netcode, where like the game follows your movement, right? The hell? The game follows your movement. And then it predicts the input that you're doing based on like where you were walking to or what you were pressing earlier, right? So it's kind of like this. You see, so this thing. Let's see if I can find that. Movement prediction, right? So for example, yeah, if you notice it, the character is predicting where like I'm gonna go to either way earlier, like this, right? And it just has like it just feels smoother, right? But it does look a little wonky. At least in League, this is what it's called, I guess like a rollback in a way. So if you have a certain amount of ping, putting this on can be helpful.
An enemy has been slain.
It makes everything feel a little smoother. But you see the characters like spazzing out like crazy, right? You see this shit? You see how like it's just like because it's trying to predict your movement based on like where the cursor is, right?
Choose your own path.
BRNA girl, you see this shit? You see the little like stuttering and where it's going back and forth. So that's kind of like in a way that's kind of rollback, right? But it's like it's not necessarily the same, right? The one for like fighting games is implemented extremely well. You see, it looks weird as hell, right? Anyway, let me take it off because it's like really annoying. Yeah, I'll give it. It's cool. Is Fox try Haste now? Haste got bought out by Exolag, so Exolag is the only one you can use. The like I said, I'll change ISPs. The stream might go down for a second, but then I'll have like better. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do that honestly, because it's like I might as well just play the next games with high delay. It's whatever. I'm used to it either way. I don't want to reset the stream. The corrupted haste was much better, probably by the. yeah, I'm so sad too. Actually, haste did feel way better. Way better to use anyway. Okay. Ult. Thank you. All right, I got the Ari ultimate. She's dead. Okay, we're dead. Oh, let's go, Katarina. She's done. Nice. Yep. Good shit. Good work, boys. Do you think Pro will have good rollback? Oh, probably the best netcode, because it's like it's gonna be a combination of a server, and it's also gonna be rollback, right? So it's like, imagine, because right now the way the other games work is you connect to someone else, right? Like peer to peer, and then the rollback acts in the middle between both of you, so you still see skips and whatever whenever the internet or the connection is bad. But with the way Riot is doing it for the new game, right, for BuiltEUW, is that they're doing rollback with server relay. So they're actually putting in like servers. So for example, if you're lagging, your opponent, if they say like you're playing and your opponent's lagging his ass off, his internet's dying, you won't feel it. Your opponent's gonna fucking like get wrecked, right? But you won't feel the lag whatsoever because it's not gonna be on your screen at all. Which is kind of nuts actually. But the thing is, like, the other fighting game devs don't have the money that Riot does or has, right? So they can't do that. That's like too costly.
Killing spree.
Good work, team. Keep it up.
Shut down.
Oh.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, I got the red smite. Nice, we get dragon too. Let's go. Yeah, we can go for it. Let's go. Let's get the Baron. I like this. What do you mean they changed the matchmaking favor addiction? No, it's always the matchmaking itself always tries to like put you with the same level players, right? And then your win rate should go down by to like 50-something%. The more you play, that's just the way the game is designed because of teammates. The main way that you can make sure that you won't have like a really even win rate is by playing with your own pre-made team. If you play with your own pre-made team, like let's say like Flex Queue, right, or even like 5v5 competitive, then your win rate won't be 50%, right? It just won't be, assuming you guys just played better. Because imagine it like this, okay? Imagine it like this. You're playing this game because it's a team game. And so essentially, you're fighting someone, like in the UFC or something, but each person controls a part of the guy's body. One person controls the right leg, the other person controls the left leg, etc. The other guy controls the arms, the other guy controls like the movement. So the thing is, like, you can have a really good hand, you know, you can really have a really good hand-to-eye coordination that you could be like the best arm, but then like your teammates will fucking flare and your body will just fall to the ground and explode. That's essentially why like the win rate will always be 50%, because you never know if you're gonna get a good leg or a bad leg. This is like a weird, trust me, this is like a weird way of describing it, but that's essentially League of Legends, right? You don't control your fighter. You don't control your fighter at all. You can carry depending of, you know, like how everything goes and what your opponent looks like, but you're not controlling the full game. Which is like why a lot of people like this game though, because it's like you have this game where you can be a complete dumbfuck and win half your games either way, right? And people enjoy it because it makes you feel like it's like, oh, this is cool, right? Like we're just playing and it's just like slot machine gambling at this point. People like that. Use a sport to literally any other sport that involves teams. No, I'm explaining it in this specific way, not because I could just explain with another team game, but because I'm trying to explain why it feels awkward and coin flippy, right? You don't have full control whether you win or not, right? if I explain it with another team sport, it's just the same thing. It's like, okay, you're just playing one part of the game. Same thing. The goalie, right? And then if your players suck ass and you're an amazing goalie, you can still lose. It's the same thing. But it just kind of shows you, it's like damn, you know, you really don't have the full picture here. You just get rolled. I think that's the part that tilts me. I just don't understand, because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I've seen, right, that are very, what's the word? They get so frustrated, right? They get so frustrated with League, going like, oh, why can't I carry this team? Or, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Or like, some people trying to show like they're the best at something. Like, for example, I talked with with Scrub Noob like a long time ago, right? And I was thinking about it, I was like, why do you get so frustrated at your teams when you know like you can't really do much about it, right? Like they're just, you know, like they're always gonna fuck up pretty much. And the thing is, he was just like, I don't know, man, like, you know, I really just want to show everyone that I'm the best Rengar, that I'm the best this, right? And that I know how to do this really well. And I'm like, yeah, but like in solo queue, you know, like you can't really, like, if you have that mentality of like every game must go like perfectly based on like how you're, or not necessarily perfectly, but like you expect your teammates to like do even the most basic stuff wrong, you're gonna have like a mental breakdown straight up. So for example, like I respect people's grinds like that, with wanting to show like they're like really good and all this stuff, but it's like it really mentally breaks them when they realize, hey, you can't actually do this consistently in a team game. You'd have to do this, and you'd either have to have your own team, like 5v5, like set up with 5 people, right? Like from the beginning, or you do, or you play something that's 1v1, like StarCraft or anything that just pretty much only focuses around you. It will excel them mentally. From breaks comes growth. Listen, I don't know. I've always been like I said, I've said this before. I used to have, when I started playing this game and I was like 13, I used to have the mentality of like, yo, I'm gonna carry my teams all the time, and I'm gonna just make sure, I'm gonna literally have like 90-something% win rates. I'm gonna just fucking 1v9, and I tried really hard to carry people, man, really hard, but Jesus. It's like a false sense of like, oh yeah, you can totally do this, but it's like, no, you really can't. You could probably be the best player in the world, and you'll have like, if you get an insanely lucky streak, you can probably have like 60% win rates over like I don't know, like 200 games or something. But then when you play like 1,000 games, your win rate will always go down to 50 something, 51, 52, 53%. So not much you can do about that in solo queue. But if you play like competitive 5v5, right, if you're the best team around, you can literally have like 100% win rates if you're really that good, you know, like that good, and you will dominate. Okay, what do you say about the test statement that remains for Mega Elo inflated? Every game has like a what's the word, like an inflation, I guess, based on like what character you pick, because there's characters that essentially like cover up mistakes, right, that, or like flaws as a player. Riven is definitely one of those champions that once you learn her completely, it covers up a lot of your flaws as a player. But then that goes for like most characters either way, so it just depends on how hard a character will elo inflate you in a way. For example, there would be like Darius players, right? Darius players are certainly elo inflated in a certain way. They never really have to worry about like trading or kiting, because they never have to learn that, right? So it depends. Each character teaches you how to play the game in a certain way. Or like Trinamir never has to worry about damage limit testing for a lot of the time, right? Because he's Trinamir, he'll just fucking, because he's Trinamir, he's always just going to press R, dive your whatever champion you want, press Gale Force or whatever, and they die. He never has to worry about anything like in the middle of a team fight, or how to like kite back, or like pressure an opponent backwards with CC, etc. So like like I said, some champions elo inflate you in certain ways, and some champions elo inflate you in other ways. For example, if you play Draven, this champion, right, in lane for bot lane, you never have to worry about really like learning how to play from behind or playing from a perspective of just not being able to beat your opponents, because Draven beats everyone bot lane, right? You gotta learn something else. So those little skill sets you don't learn. You figure them out later. That's why I think it's always good to learn fundamental characters in the game and then kind of move on to like the more specialized characters, right? So for example, in this game, I would say don't start just playing, I don't even know, Yuumi, right? And then expect to be a great player, because you're not really learning how to play the game, right? It's covering up so many flaws in your gameplay.